We live in an era where we cannot ignore the importance of money, and it can be said that almost 90% of things are resolved with money. Everyone is striving to become wealthy, but many great thinkers and philosophers have profound insights. For instance, Schopenhauer says, "The absence of suffering is happiness." This means that to achieve happiness, we must first free ourselves from pain and suffering. So why shouldn't this principle apply to wealth? Before we focus on becoming rich, we should identify what causes us to become poor and what holds us back day by day. Instead of answering this ourselves, let's turn to the invaluable advice of John D. Rockefeller, arguably the richest man in history, whose wealth, if adjusted today, would be 1 or even 2 times that of Elon Musk. Here are the secrets that keep you poor. 1. Chasing money alone. The first and most important principle about money is this: don't work for money. Some might find this confusing. How can we not work for money when the world revolves around it? Let me clarify. The point is not to rush for income. You might get hired somewhere without any skills and earn a modest income. But if you invest that time in developing your skills instead, you might not earn money immediately. However, in the long run, you won't be paid for your time, but for the skills you demonstrate. This can propel you far ahead. Today's world values skills over degrees. Employers ask what you can do, not where you studied. So instead of rushing for money, be patient and work on your skills. Yes, it's a harder path, but you'll thank yourself later. Rockefeller said, "If your only goal is to become rich, you will never achieve it." What does this mean? Even if you've mastered the first step and aren't rushing for money, entering a field solely for its financial prospects won't lead to success. Many people pursue high-paying careers like medicine only to realize they have no passion for it. 2. Excessive dependencies keep you poor. Many of our dependencies stem from the fear that losing something means the end, that we can't replace it, let alone find something better. But experience has shown that sometimes you need to let go of everything to see what lies on the other side. As Rockefeller said, don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. Like an employee who leaves a stable job to pursue their passion and eventually achieves greater success. It's a tough path, but one with fewer dependencies. 3. You're not used to hard work. One of the scariest and most important issues is this. Recently, I saw a video online where a young man stepped out of a Lamborghini with a custom license plate. When asked how he achieved this, he said, "By investing in cryptocurrency." When teenagers repeatedly see such scenes, they start believing that wealth comes from simple investments. Even older adults can fall into such traps, unaware of the policies behind these markets. Let me be clear. No one, I repeat, no one, has ever succeeded without hard work. You can't improve your financial situation by watching motivational videos or repeating affirmations like, "I am rich and the world is full of abundance." We all know these things are irrational. Eventually, you must sit down and work on your projects. Rockefeller expressed his concern about this mindset, stating, "When work becomes unfashionable, we must expect civilization to crumble." Unfortunately, we live in an age full of distractions. Everyone promises to make us rich overnight, constantly pushing us to invest in unstable, unverified ventures. We've all seen how not only do these not make us wealthy, but they also cause us to lose what little we had. Let go of the dream of getting rich overnight. Without committed work, you won't get anywhere. And the habit of laziness will ultimately lead you to extreme poverty. 4. You don't know what to do with your money. You might have seen people who, as soon as they get some money, rush to spend it. It's as if money is like hot coal they can't hold on to and want to get rid of quickly. Warren Buffett says, "If you buy things you don't need, you'll soon have to sell things you do need." Rockefeller also said, "The only question about wealth is what you do with it." Ask yourself this question right now. The point is, if you don't know what to do with your money, no matter how much you're given, you'll squander it. Don't believe me? Let me give you an example. According to official statistics, 80% of lottery winners lose everything they gained within 5 years. Imagine someone who thought they were the luckiest person on earth 5 years ago, now wishing they had never bought that lottery ticket. 80% is a significant number, friends. It perfectly illustrates Rockefeller's point. If you don't know what to do with your wealth, you'll lose not only what you gained, but also risk your life. 5. You don't know how to manage money. We touched on this in the previous point. Most people, when they come into a large sum of money, have no plan for it and prefer to spend it recklessly. Rockefeller, the richest man in history, confirms this. He said, "I believe that thrift is essential to a well-ordered life. There's no doubt about it. Without saving and prioritizing, even the wealth of Croesus will eventually run out." So another crucial principle about money is never to spend recklessly. 6. Being antisocial can be a problem. Before I explain, let me clarify that being antisocial doesn't refer to introverts. This is an important distinction to avoid confusion. We live in the age of communication, and a significant factor in earning money is how we interact with people. When we want to buy something, we check reviews online, and many times we've decided not to buy from a store or website because of poor customer service. Rockefeller said, "The ability to deal with people is as purchasable a commodity as sugar or coffee, and I will pay more for that ability than for any other under the sun." If you learn how to interact with people properly, they will make you rich. But remember, being social doesn't mean constantly being in crowds and neglecting yourself. A person can grow in solitude. As Rockefeller said, solitude is one of the essential requirements for success in life, no matter what the goal. In conclusion, there's no doubt that being wealthy is good. Wealth can bring you prestige, comfort, and even a good spouse. Things you know better than I do. But it's a misconception to spend our entire lives chasing money and not enjoying the journey. Even a wealthy man like Rockefeller wasn't oblivious to this. He said, "I know of nothing more despicable than a man who devotes all the hours of his waking life to making money for money's sake." Humans are inherently perfectionists, and if you make such goals the core of your life, you'll never be happy. You'll always see someone above you, forgetting how happy you already are.